Well, welcome back. I got one of my auctions came in today from my hometown auction, and it's yeah, so I'm hoping that this might be patches. I think it's really hard to tell. I got 10 lots out, so, and I'm just trying to figure out. I've been buying across the country for a while now, but I just started again using the new research tool, and I hopefully, oh, there's my invoice. I'll make sure. Yeah, cover. Yeah, so this is a collector. Okay, so I got patches and tokens for 133 hometown auction. What's the auction fee? 15%. So that's not bad. 15%. They used a good bubble. Yeah, so I've been buying a lot of inventory from yeah, right up my alley. Very cool. And here's my patches. Love it. I've been buying a lot of inventory from the Orange County area. I'm going to use this bubble for, let me set it over here for now. The problem with Orange County, there's so many resellers in the area. They send their items that they don't want to list on eBay, and you get stuck. You might get stuck with some affected inventory that's wet. I mean, I went through a batches of CDs there, and I thought it was a good idea, you know, and I just had the funny feeling that I should go and check out the CD quality and open them up and look at them. And I'm glad I did, because I would have bought like 500 CDs that had water damage. So yes, I bought all these would have bought all these CDs. Okay, let me put that in the QuickBooks. And ever since then, I've been noticing, like, most of this stuff, like, I was getting duplicate postcards, messed up, you know, getting horrible inventory. So I just, like, even though I'm gonna still buy from them, but it's gonna have to be with fine-tuned, you know, like really looking at the inventory and making sure. Oh wow, this is gonna be fun to list. See, I would have paid $200-300 for these at here, and these are all gonna be I dig this. This is cool. Velcro. Yeah, so where I'm going with it is I'm looking for estate auction houses that are doing auctions online. So they're clearing out a house, like my 411 estate in Pahrump. Perfect example. I could drive there, fill up my truck, completely pack it, and spend half the amount of money I was, and get really good inventory. Where if I would have done that here in Orange County, I would have gotten half the inventory was like being pushed off on me to clear room for new inventory for that seller. Or there's no like, it's not a estate clean out. It's not a estate, you know, it's like reseller clean out. And I'm done. I can't afford buying inventory that has that much damage. And I'm not quitting it. I'm just, yeah, this is cool. I'm actually just gonna be very picky on what I buy, who I buy from. Since I can find this stuff that I like all day long, and I can create a list of 100 deep of things I like selling, there's no reason to buy low value quality items. So in theory, my death pile is things I don't want to list or are in horrible shape. In return, I'm having to list it very low value, and I feel like I'm I'm being punished for buying from, now they're not all like this. It's just this one in Orange County. So there's one in LA County that's a state, and it's a little harder to drive to LA. Well, that's a rocket. Cool. We're gonna have a fun time listening to this. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to source better. I'm going to still try to source light. So when I want to take off for a month and go to Arkansas, I can take all my light inventory, change the heavy inventory to 0 inventory so I don't have to delist them. I can work on my property for a month, come back, and I never miss a beat because I'm selling stuff. I'm selling, the majority of my stuff now is smalls. And I get big, larger items still in the store, and they sell, but there's not as often. So when I start doing this, I'm going to be taking my inventory so I can still be making money, processing my off-grid property and getting the septic tank done, perk tests, leveling the lot, installing the septic tank, putting the workshop in, creating the, I'm planning on creating the living quarters inside the workshop, and then just go there 6 months out of the year for the first 5 years, so then I can save for the house. I'm already, between the septic tank and the water well and the electricity and the, the workshop and do I put a fifth wheeler in there in the workshop and live in the fifth wheeler inside the workshop? Maybe that's cheaper, but I'm looking at 50 grand. Well, so the next 5 years I'm paying for that. I'm going to be paying for it, but the home is going to be for my goal is to make it a 3-bedroom house next to my workshop, having all my inventory there, living full time. But I'm not going to be living there full time for at least 10 years. I'm 54. By the time I'm 64, 70, then I'm going to go there and live out the rest of my life on a lake, a river. I'm very happy with what I got here. I'm going to list these for like between 15 and 25 a piece. Let them sit and marinate. Most of these are the ones that are wanted are going to be bought, and then I run a 25% sell later, and then that'll come down, and I change my promotion so there's not a lot of promotions. I'm not putting 12% on these. These are anything at $25 or higher. It's going to be running at a 3% promotion. So it's not like they're running out of my store. But the good thing is I'm getting it done, and I'm making the commitment to change from what I was doing. Well, for $133, I feel like I did pretty good. Like I'm saying, I'm going to start shifting and focusing on buying from state auctions across the country. And I hopefully I should be able to recover my 10 orders. I'll be paid for the inventory, and I'll start listing these tonight. There's a lot here. I mean, I'm going through it, and there's a lot of military, a lot of military here. So that should be good for most of my customers. They like this stuff. So thanks for watching. This is going through what would you call this? Yeah, I would call this an auction haul review. What I bought online. I got to try to put these in categories. Like there's 2 there. Make sure I don't want to list duplicates, so I have to take my time here. And like there's a duplicate, so I just got to keep the duplicates together. And that's what I'm doing. I'm squirrel. I feel like I did pretty good. So that's a different color. So I can't use the word Velcro on the eBay listings, so I'm just gonna leave that out probably, and see if there is maybe there's an item specific that I can select. There's 2 there. So I'm just trying to go through and put the 2s in a separate listing flow. So I put the correct quantity. You know, the shipping's, I use eBay standard shipping, $1.95, and I'll try to get as much as I can. If they're unique and rare and there's not other ones out there, I might ask for $19. Oh, so thanks for following. Please hit the like and subscribe. I'm gonna try to get these up on the internet, the old eBay. Anyway, I have 8 more lots to go through similar to this, and I spent under $500. I mean, I paid $130, $190. No, it might be just over $500 for, I'm hoping about 1,000 plus units. So we're right around 50 cents a unit. We're gonna double check that too. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hit that like button, keeps me motivated, and you have a great day, guys.